I ranked every single mini based on their strength after the Season 4 update with the help of 10 pros, thank you. So let's get started on the F tier, the minis that you should avoid. First we have the Witch. After her attack speed nerf, her ability to overwhelm troops is really reduced, and this is a Royal Champion meta, so the skeletons would just provide the Royal Champion with free super chains, so you might as well switch to another mini. So I would just suggest switch to another mini. Yeah, this is what happens when I run out of jokes. Next we have the Musketeer. She works well with the Archer Queen, but the Archer Queen is not exactly meta, and she's overshadowed by the Ewers, who isn't even that good, so the Musketeer is terrible. Moving up to the C tier, these minis are weak, but they are useful in a few scenarios, starting with the Guard. He is quite overshadowed by the Knight, who just has better stats and it's way more versatile. And we also got the Wizard here, so the Archer can easily take out the Wizard since he only has 5 HP, and you should use the Ice Wiz instead of the Wizard in a lot of scenarios. The only thing that stops him from getting F tier is his anti-heal, his 3rd star ability, and okay fine, maybe his charisma, a little. Next we have the Pekka. His 3rd star ability change is not very useful, it just relies on RNG, and his attacks is way too slow, but which means he's way overshadowed by the Mega Knight, which is a million times better. And we also got the Ewers. The nerfs definitely brought him down a lot, but I think the main reason why he's so weak is just because the change in meta. There's no good way to explain this, but the Ewers has just been fallen out of the meta. And next we got the Fisherman. He got some buffs, but they are not nearly enough. If he doesn't put anything, you're basically dumping 4 elixir into a sea of depression. Okay, not that depression. You know what I mean. And to be honest, I don't really like his design either. I think the Fisherman needs a massive rework, but that's just my opinion. Moving on to the Healing Ranger. It's sad to see her back into the C tier. Aw man, Healing Ranger. Because she's just too squishy and the Archer can take her out so easily. But we also got the Valkyrie in the C tier. Ever since the change that doesn't let her add attack speed when upgraded, she just lost a lot of value, and now she doesn't have enough attack speed to get kills, which means no boost. So she cannot sustain HP. Then we got the Lumberjack. Honestly, he's quite a balanced mini, but he just doesn't work with the synergies that are in the meta right now. And last but not least, we got the Battle Healer. The main reason why she's in the C tier? The Mega Knight. The Mega Knight just has so much HP to tank that it makes the Battle Healer's heals less valuable, because you already got a massive tank in front. Why need healing, right? Moving up to the B tier. These minis are average, but they can work well in some decks. Starting with the Swordsman. The Swordsman is honestly quite controversial among the pros. Some say it's A, some say it's C, because in the right situations, he can absolutely carry an entire game. But in other times, he just gets wiped out quickly by something like the Royal Champion. So pretty situational, but if you get him to work, he can be amazing. Then we got the Giant Skeleton. He is overshadowed by the Golden Giant and the Mega Knight, but he is a great counter to melee heroes such as the Barbarian King. Then we got the Royal Ghost. The nerfs are definitely a big blow to him, but he can still work in some Monk and Skeleton King decks. I honestly think he is quite underrated, so try him out. Then we got the Spirit Goblin, the Boulder, and the Prince, all in the B tier. These are quintessential minis in Clash of Ability decks, specifically in Royal Champion in Royal Champions in Royal Champ
5 minutes later.
In Royal Champion Clash decks. But they don't do anything crazy, which is why they're in the B tier. Then we have the Dark Goblin. He has a big potential to carry an entire match, but he only has 5 HP, which means he can easily be taken out by the Archer. Then we have the Barbarian. Barter decks are still quite strong. If you don't know, that's basically the only deck you can use in the beginning of Season 3, but now there are a lot of other options, so the Barbarian is not the standout mini anymore. And last but not least, we got the Knight. The Knight can be used in a lot of ways. You can use him to tank in the front, you can use him to counter minor, or distract minis in the beginning with his 2nd star Valkyrie. So it's a very versatile mini and it gives him a lot of different uses. Moving up to the A tier, these are strong minis and I would recommend using them. Starting with the Archer. She is arguably the best 2 elixir mini. She has so much carry potential, more than any other 2 elixir mini, and the buff that she got just makes her even stronger. If you noticed, the reason why several minis are in the C or F tier is just because of the Archer. So that just proves how strong and relevant in the meta she is. Then we got the Ice Wizard. He's so effective against melee pushes, such as the Barbarian King or the Monk. And his 2nd star AoE damage just makes it so that putting a tank in the front won't work against the Ice Wiz, because it'll just walk next to the tank, right? So the Ice Wiz just attacks the mini next to the tank. And he's such a difficult mini for melee heroes to deal with. Moving on to the Minor. The rework means that he is now a force to be reckoned with. His 2nd star Dissipate means that you can't ignore him anymore, and you need to actively change replacements to counter the Minor, and after the balance changes, he is quite groundbreaking. Get it? Because it breaks the ground. Okay, I'll stop. Then we have the mini Pekka. I got one word as the reason. Dissipate. What, you thought that I would say more? No, just dissipate. Just that. Then we got the Golden Giant. His 1st star is great for countering the Royal Champion, and his 2nd star helps a lot with maintaining your push. So he's just such a useful tank in a lot of different scenarios. And last but not least, we got the Magic Archer. Such a versatile mini. His 3rd star in combination with the Royal Ghost means that everything turns invisible, and that you can make a lot of great plays with that, and you can just use his Pierce to take out ranged minis. So really useful mini. Then we got the S tier mini. This is the best mini. You should definitely use him if you can, and that is the Mega Knight. He is so tanky. Every star on him is so useful, especially since he gets +7 HP for every upgrade. That is so much. So yeah, Mega Knight, use him if you can. He's such a strong mini. I wouldn't say OP, but really strong mini. And now it's the time for you to absolutely destroy me by telling me how wrong this tier list is. Tell me everything that you disagree on this list in the comment section below. And if this video hits 50 likes, I would make a tier list on the heroes too, to let you know what heroes is best to use. But in the meantime, check out this video of 7 update secrets that you probably don't know.